We kick off the show with an exclusive interview with the ANC Secretary General Gwede Mantashe. The SG says the party members should avoid self-interest and lobbying. In a freewheel chat with ANN7, Mantashe says that ambition must not overshadow the party.
The ANC must confront challenges that face it. If there is a view that, for example, corruption is a preeminent problem, we must not explain it. We must deal with it. You see, I like the Chinese expression on this one, that if you want to defeat corruption, you must deal with both the tigers and the flies. Because if you only deal with the flies, people don't notice. Deal with the tigers and the flies. And if we're in one on that, we will be a better organization. Number two, divisions are a feature of weakness that is in the long term. If we invest in divisions and factions, we're investing in weakening the organization. Once you have personal interest of overshadowing organizational interest, that happens. And what we're encouraging people to do is to appreciate that there is an organization called the African National Congress. They belong to it together. And what unites us is more than what divides us. And therefore, you cannot allow personal interest to be a feature of the relationship in the ANC. And our view is that in the ANC, we must love each other and trust each other. Disagree on issues where we disagree without boxing each other into enemies and friends. If we can succeed in doing that, the ANC will be much better. The meeting was reflecting the year that we're coming from, because we started the year almost at the height of the campaign for the elections. Then went to the local government election, we slipped 8% in terms of the support, and it caused a lot of grumblings within the organization. And we've been working on coming out of the phase of grumbling and mourning to again pick up energy and run up. And that meeting contributed in the sense that there was part of what we call ongoing introspection. The ANC have national conferences and elect leadership every 5 years. And therefore it cannot come as a surprise every time we must elect leadership of the ANC. It's something that should be managed, and appreciate that it is going to happen. There should be a younger generation in the pipeline all the time, sufficient to take over leadership at any given time and take the organization to new heights. But if every time there is going to be a conference, we see those young people as posing a threat, and when we want to solutions, we look into the past and think that we can dust off people who were leading in the past and take over the organization. We must know that we are actually investing in stagnation. We are at a phase where we're discussing principles first. What is it that we should look for when we elect a leader of the ANC? A document that was developed in 2001 called Through the Eye of the Needle guides us on how to do that. And it also cautions us to avoid being driven by ambitions. We must not be driven by lobbying. We must not be driven by the desire to support friends and associates. And we must never be driven by the desire to fulfill self-interest. It says we must look into the questions that must be asked to confront a leader, and the leader must comply. That is the phase we're in.